16th day of March 2026, as we'll take you through the top stories across the national dailies today. And also later on the show, we'll be breaking down the stories for you as we'll be joining our analyst virtually. You also get the chance to be a part of the conversation via phone lines and our social media pages. So I've got the Punch, the Guardian, the Vanguard, the Tribune newspapers with us this morning. Let's kickstart the show with the Punch newspaper. Front page of the Punch, US-Iran war, petrol price surge, sparks relief calls. Workers, business need government support to cope with new fuel prices. That's according to the NLC and the organized private sector. Scrap petrol taxes, levies to ease pump prices, Ipman tells federal government. NSCEG, economists outline conditions for targeted support. Those are the riders to that story on the front page of the Punch today. UK visit, federal government alleges plot to embarrass Tinubu. Suspected bandits nabbed near Akure Airport. That's also coming from the Punch today. Wike-backed faction install PDP excos in Bayelsa, Ekiti and Oyo State. US probes Nigeria, others in labor rights crackdown. Those are the lead stories, front pages of the Punch newspaper this morning. Going to the Guardian newspaper, higher FAC earnings offer Nigeria leverage to rebuild fiscal buffers. That's the lead story there as well. And just below the masthead, YUSUF ship's deputy of key position, scraps Kano ministry. PDP reconciliation talks fail as Wike faction take control of state. Middle East crisis, NLC CPPE rally federal government to local solution safeguards. Sanwo-Olu's free medical outreach for police will enhance efficiency, says DIG Zone 2. How Middle East war is reinventing survival crisis. UK members of parliament urge Keir Starmer to engage Tinubu on Christian killings in Nigeria. As you know, the president is going on an official visit to the United Kingdom this week. Let's go to the Daily Trust now. Fuel price hike, Labour seeks tax relief. Residents flee as bandits threaten attack on FCT communities. Play 2, how security operatives, bandits killed in gunfire. That's according to residents of a community in Plateau State. WhatsApping, social media critics, rough road to freedom. Stakes as Tinubu embarks on state visit to the United Kingdom. Let's go to the Vanguard newspaper now. Front page. Displaced 3.72 million Nigerians now in 3,900 camps over insecurity. That's a lead story there. Livestock economy, importation extends dominance, rising 14.5% to 1.7 trillion naira. Let's go to this one. Trump says NATO faces a very bad future if allies don't help to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. 2027, Tinubu will lose if Atiku contests with Obi or Amechi, says Dele Momodu. How Adegboyo Nigbide lived with disappointment till his death. That's a special report in honor of the late tactician of the Super Eagles who passed away last week. The Electoral Act 2026 promises, progress and persistent challenges. As an editorial from the Vanguard this morning. Tinubu's royal visit and Nigeria's reawakening on the global stage. Let's go to the Nation newspaper now. Lamido, Wike-backed caretaker holds key to PDP reconciliation. Tinubu backs media's fight for fair revenue from big tech. State FCT to share 92.8 billion from withholding tax refund. Supreme Court affirms AMCON's sale of Lagos Continental Hotel for 22 billion naira. Umahi, Tinubu has repositioned development in the southeastern part of the country. That's also coming from the Nation today. Court set to hear suit on FCCPC's power over reinsurer. Federal government uncovers foreign firms' blackmail plot during Tinubu's UK visit. All right, let's go on our first commercial break of the morning. When we get back, we'll be analyzing some of the top stories across the dailies. Do stay with us.
Stay tuned to 32 FM 94.9.
You don ready to win? Make you enjoy your food with one ice cold Coca-Cola and you fit win your share from 600 million naira. Now 2 millionaires we go to make every day, plus over 50 million naira for weekly prizes. Just buy any Coke, Fanta, Sprite or Schweppes wey get glass or plastic bottle. Scan the QR code for the cover of the glass bottle or for the label of the plastic one. Then check the code wey dey under the cover for your chance to become millionaire and win better prizes. Buy, scan, find, win. T's and C's apply.
Wọ́n sọ pé ọkàn ẹni la fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ jùlọ ní oṣù Ramadan. Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà mìíràn, ọkàn ẹni nílò ìgboyà díẹ̀ láti sọ pé mo wà fún ọ nítorí pé ní àsìkò yìí, ìpínfúnni kò ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú oúnjẹ nìkan, ó ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú fífi okun fún ẹni tí agbára rẹ̀ ò tó àti ìṣoore fún ẹni tí ò retí rẹ̀.
Ó ṣeun gan ni Aisha.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ ni irú ìṣe yìí máa di àkókò tí ẹ̀yin méjèèjì yóò máa rántí. Nínú oṣù Ramadan yìí, wọ́n kàn ṣe ìpínfúnni nìkan ṣá ní ìbáṣepọ̀ pẹ̀lú ṣe ìpínfúnni tó ju oúnjẹ lọ. Ṣe ìpínfúnni àkókò rẹ. Ramadan Kareem láti ọ̀dọ̀ Hollandia máa ṣáájú pẹ̀lú agbára wàrà.
Is it okay to make fun of our tooth gap? Let's have a talk. Colgate makes your teeth so strong. Stop cover your mouth. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Zero cavities and fresh breath. If you use a Colgate paste. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate.
Colgate, #1 oral care brand in the world.
Now the smart cash way they know they chat shishi. No be cha cha cha, now 𝐿TEL smart cash. Steady on my lane, every payment seamless. No hidden charges, everything transparent. Star 939 #, oh yeah, clock it. No be cha cha cha, I'm on a zero charges. I'm on a zero charge.
Zero charge if you testify. No be cha cha cha.
Every transfer smooth, no extra billing, no shit.
No be cha cha cha.
Smart cash, now the way evidence stay, oh shit.
No be cha cha cha.
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 This Ramadan, emotions ignite. Can rival sisters overcome pride? Will a defiant daughter find forgiveness? Can a bride's faith save her husband? A businessman rediscovers family. An influencer chooses between friends and fame. A single mom discovers even strength needs support.
6 stories, 30 days. Faith, family, friendship, food, forgiveness. Tales of Ramadan Season 2. Catch every dramatic moment on TV and digital. This Ramadan, Maggie turns up the heat.
Me and Maggie, so good together.
They say the heart speaks loudest in Ramadan. But sometimes the heart just needs a little courage to say, I am here for you. Because in this month, sharing isn't only about food, it's about offering strength when someone's running low and kindness when someone least expects it.
Oh, Aisha, thank you so much.
And just like that, a simple act becomes a moment you both remember. This Ramadan, don't just give, connect. Share more than meals. Share moments. Ramadan Kareem from Hollandia. Stay ahead with Dairy Power.
32 FM 94.9.
All right, thank you for staying with us on the Papers Review right here on 32 FM 94.9. It's time for us to analyze the top stories across the dailies this morning. Barrister Omogola joins us virtually. Barrister, good morning. Good to have you.
Oh, Toba, good morning. Good to be with you.
Yeah.
Good morning, Nigeria.
Good morning. All right, let's start off from the political front. As you know, the PDP has been going through it's a lingering internal crisis for quite a while now from the various legal tussle between the two camps. That's the one loyal to 𝐂𝐍𝐒𝐿, the Minister of the FCT, and the Governor of your state, 𝐂𝐈𒐄 from the convention, which had now been nullified by the court, and all of those issues within the party. So, according to reports, pretty much all the newspapers covered it, but I want to take it from the angle of a punch. They say a faction loyal to Minister of FCT, 𝐂𝐍𝐒𝐿, have elected party executives across states, including Bayelsa, and interestingly, Oyo and Ekiti over the weekend. Now, the development followed the appeal court judgment, which had invalidated last year's convention held in Ibadan, which had produced Tamino Turaki SAN as national chairman of the party. Now, in its plan to organize a convention on March 28th in Abuja, the Wike faction of the party's caretaker committee had carried out ward and zonal congresses, while it conducted state congresses across state at the weekend. So, for the Wike faction, the national convention is on the 20th of March, and this is happening when a lot of people are wondering what exactly is going to become of the PDP that once stood as the major opposition party in the country, that once stood as one of the biggest political parties in Africa. Now it looks like things are tilted in favor of the Wike, faction with the appeal court judgment and this state congresses that have been held. And I also remember when he said that he's very much interested in Oyo politics. So a lot of things are playing out here, Barrister. What do you make of it?
Yes, thank you very much. It is so unfortunate because for those of us who are watching from without, it is appearing as though state power is being used to assist the Wike-led faction of the party. And what do you expect with your question on the future of the PDP? The PDP is being put into a boxing duel with its hands tied behind its back. The result is obvious. A complete knockout, technical knockout, as those in the boxing world would call it. I just feel very sad, that the courts are being dragged along this dirty path. When the pigs are fighting in the mud, and you have the judiciary refereeing the match, it is a bloody messy one.
Yeah,
it's so unfortunate, really, because that a party that once boasted to rule Nigeria for 60 years, and after only 16, it is capitulating. That is very sad. I also feel very sad for Nigeria's democracy that one party can have such power to decimate the, another platform in what we call a democracy. It's really worrisome. It is threatening to our nascent democracy. A democracy without opposing voices is not a democracy. It is tilting more towards dictatorship.
Right.
And that will not be healthy for the country.
Okay, let's move away from there and talk about what has been on the front burner for quite a while. And I'm talking about the crisis in the Middle East. It's a never-ending story, apparently, and it's trickling down in terms of its impact on things internally here in Nigeria, even though the Middle East is far away. So there is pressure on the federal government to introduce economic relief measures as escalating conflict between the U.S. and Iran drives up global crude oil prices and pushes petrol costs to record level across Nigeria. So this morning, I think some filling stations I came across on my way to work were selling about 1,250, 1,245, 1,240. So there are operators and stakeholders in the industry, including labor unions and those in the organized private sector, urging the federal government to deploy expected windfall from higher oil prices to cushion the impact of citizens and businesses, warning that these rising prices are already deepening economic hardship in the country. Some stakeholders are saying that palliative measures should be rolled out. Some say that other protective or social safety net programs should be rolled out by the government to cushion the impact of all of this. So are we saying that maybe we should return to the era of subsidy, perhaps temporarily, or maybe there should be some kind of palliative, to reduce this burden? And then you want to ask yourself again that where is the projected windfall in all of this? Because we ought to be making loads of dollars from this actually. If crude oil is selling for about $100 per barrel internationally, that means there's a difference between what was in our benchmark and what crude oil is now. We should be, cashing out presently as a country. So that's where labor unions are also coming in and saying that they should use this expected windfall to cushion the impact on citizens and businesses in the country. Barrister.
You see, it is so sad that the Nigerian system was not built to receive shocks like this. Other countries that are better prepared are stable relatively, despite the war between the United States of America and Israel on the one hand and Iran on the other. We need to work more to make our economy resilient to, activities within the global space. Because we haven't done that is why we're going through the kind of problem that we're going through. And I think that it is not putting the government of the day in good light. As a matter of fact, its reform programs are likely to be affected by this turn of events. But we are advising government. You see, I don't like hearing the word palliatives any longer because when you talk about palliatives in Nigeria, people start thinking about sharing rice, sharing yam, beans, and the rest of the stuff. That's not what the economy needs now. We need to make pragmatic moves to ensure that the policies that we are running are not derailed by the activities within, the spheres of our neighbors. And we have advised that it may be necessary for the government to reconsider the issue of subsidy in the sector. We know that before now, subsidy was ungoverned. Let me use it that way. But this time around, we have learned our lessons. We have seen how corruption can play a role when government decides to, apply such a measure. So President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has started well by ensuring that all that is made, the gross earnings of Nigeria, goes directly into the federation account. That's a very positive move. So what we need to do now is apply a little bit of subsidy to the sector. And that sector is today represented by the Dangote refinery. I have said, as it is, in the books, that we are producing 1.71 million barrels per day. And our consumption is 700,000 barrels per day. So why don't we subsidize the 700,000 barrels per day to keep our economy stable and bring relief to Nigerians? We can do that by continuing to sell crude to Dangote, as much as 700,000 barrels and at a lower cost. And whatever gains we are making from the windfall that is likely to come, then that can be applied to the subsidy.
Right.
It is just so sad. You know, I sometimes, you know, we have made some mistakes in the past. Nigeria must always consider its national interest. Imagine if our plan to lay our pipes across Niger into Morocco and then into Europe had materialized. If we had not taken the kind of stand that we took that now made us an enemy of Niger, perhaps by now we will be nearing completion of that project. And what a boom that would have been. Because right now, Europe is starved of gas. Imagine if we could fill that gap now and how much we would have made. This is why it is good for government to always be proactive, and good too that we consider our national interest first.
Okay, so speaking of national interest and the reforms of the president, so I'd like us to look at two things. The first one is a statement by the Minister of Information. Of course, he's already in the UK alongside some aides of the president and ministers. The president is going to be going on an official visit to the UK from, I think, Wednesday, meeting with Prince Charles, King Charles, I should say, and members of parliament as well, including the Prime Minister, Keir Starmer. So the Minister of Information says some of the criticisms we are seeing against the policies of the president, let me quote him, are out of lack of adequate knowledge about these reforms and sheer mischief. As a matter of fact, the government says they've uncovered a plan by a foreign firm to quote them now, conduct a campaign of calumny against Nigeria during the scheduled state visit so as to embarrass the president in the UK and also to discredit the reforms of the government in front of the international community. So that's what the government is saying. First, you're criticizing us because you don't have adequate knowledge about this reform, so you're just doing it out of sheer mischief. And then there's a plan by a foreign company to carry out a campaign of calumny just to embarrass the president and discredit the reform in front of the international community. Your thoughts?
If people don't know what your reform is about, whose problem is that? It is your problem now, because you have not been able to convince them of the benefits coming from your reforms. So the education of the people as to the benefits of the reforms is the business of government and its agencies. And sadly, they have not been able to convince Nigerians, because Nigerians see them as living, not walking their talk. A country that you say is broke, and look at the way you are spending money, as if there is so much, that is, there, like the days of gone, when we had so much. And
the problem was how to spend it.
How to spend it.
Yes.
But so the government is not reflecting the mood that it is preaching to the people. So if the people are not convinced, I think the fault lies with government. As for those who are mounting campaigns of calumny, why should government be afraid now? They are selling their own story. You to go there and sell your own story.
Okay, Barrister, please hold our thoughts. Barrister, please hold our thoughts. Let's take this commercial break. When we get back, we'll be continuing the conversation, also taking the thought of our listeners this morning. Just stay with us.
FM 94.9.
Smart Cash makes all your transactions happen at zero charge. No be cho cho cho.
There is nothing quite like iPhone. Switch to the most powerful iPhone ever. iPhone 17 Pro. Brilliant 6.3-inch display, aluminum unibody design, A19 Pro chip, 48MP Pro Fusion camera system, and breakthrough battery life. It's easy to move from Android to iPhone. Simply download the Move to iOS app to transfer contacts, photos, WhatsApp messages, and more. Get iPhone 17 Pro today from authorized Apple resellers nationwide or visit apple.com/ng/buy.
Ṣó o ti ṣetán láti jẹ ìfà? Gbádùn oúnjẹ rẹ pẹ̀lú Coca-Cola tó wọ̀nyí tó tún tutù dọ́kàn. Láti fi ẹgbẹ̀ta mílíọ̀nù náírà ṣèfà jẹ, èèyàn méjì ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ló ń di ọlọ́lá lójoojúmọ́ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀bùn 50 mílíọ̀nù náírà lọ́sọ̀ọ̀sẹ̀. Láti jẹ tàbí kópa nínú ìfà rẹpẹtẹ yìí, ra Coke, Fanta, Sprite tàbí Schweppes onígò tàbí oníke. Ṣe àyẹ̀wò QR code tó wà lórí ìgò tàbí ara ike Coca-Cola náà kí o sì tẹ kóòdù tó gbé jáde. Àǹfààní ńlá rèé láti di ọlọ́lá tó ń jẹ ìfà tí ìfà náà ò sì ní ìpalára. Ra Coca-Cola, yẹ kóòdù ara rẹ̀ wò kó jẹ ìfà rẹpẹtẹ. Ìlànà àtàdéhùn wà o.
Ṣadé kù sí ọkọ mi. Mo bí yàrá ìgbàlejò mi àti yàrá ìdáná mi ṣe mọ́ tí wọ́n dàbí tuntun.
Màámi.
Ṣùgbọ́n dúró náà, ó ṣe fi hypo nu ilẹ̀ àti tábìlì pẹ̀lú àwọn ibi tá a ti ń dáná yìí.
Hypo kẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, àwọn kòkòrò àìfojúrí kì í gbà lẹ́rọ̀. Torí náà làwa náà ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ máa pèsè ààbò lójoojúmọ́ pẹ̀lú hypo.
Má gbà fáwọn kòkòrò àìfojúrí, dáàbò bo ilé rẹ pẹ̀lú hypo.
Now the smart cash way they know they chat shishi. No be cha cha cha, now 𝐿 smart cash. Steady on my lane, every payment seamless. No hidden charges, everything transparent. Star 939 hash, oh yeah, clock it. No be cha cha cha, I'm on a zero charges. I'm on a zero charge.
Zero charge if you testify. No be cho.
Every transfer smooth, no extra billing, no shit.
No be cho.
Smart cash, now the way evidence stay, oh shit.
No be cho.
No be cho. No be cho.
The iPhone you want at an incredible price. iPhone 16 featuring camera control, 48MP Fusion camera, 5 vibrant colors, and the A18 chip. It's built to withstand everyday wear and tear and to resist spills and splashes. Get iPhone 16 today from authorized Apple resellers nationwide or visit apple.com/ng/buy.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
The iPhone you want at an incredible price. iPhone 16 featuring camera control, 48MP Fusion camera, 5 vibrant colors, and the A18 chip. It's built to withstand everyday wear and tear and to resist spills and splashes. Get iPhone 16 today from authorized Apple resellers nationwide or visit apple.com/ng/buy.
Màámi, tẹ́ ẹ bá rí bí mo ṣe fọ ilé ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀ yẹn, ẹ wò ó mọ́ gidi gan ni.
Ó lè wọ́n lójú lóòótọ́, ṣùgbọ́n lílo hypo toilet cleaner túbọ̀ máa pa àwọn kòkòrò àìfojúrí tó wà níbẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o, má gbà fáwọn kòkòrò àìfojúrí, dáàbò bo ilé ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀ rẹ lójoojúmọ́ pẹ̀lú hypo toilet cleaner.
Is it okay to make fun of our tooth gap? Let's have a talk. Colgate makes your teeth so strong. Stop cover your mouth. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Zero cavities and fresh breath. If you use a Colgate paste. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate.
Colgate, #1 oral care brand in the world.
Now the smart cash way they know they chat shishi. No be cha cha cha, now 𝐿 smart cash. Steady on my lane, every payment seamless. No hidden charges, everything transparent. Star 939 hash, oh yeah, clock it. No be cha cha cha, I'm on a zero charges. I'm on a zero charge.
Zero charge if you testify. No be cho.
Every transfer smooth, no extra billing, no shit.
No be cho.
Smart cash, now the way evidence stay, oh shit.
No be cho.
No be cho. No be cho.
There is nothing quite like iPhone. Switch to the most powerful iPhone ever. iPhone 17 Pro. Brilliant 6.3-inch display, aluminum unibody design, A19 Pro chip, 48MP Pro Fusion camera system, and breakthrough battery life. It's easy to move from Android to iPhone. Simply download the Move to iOS app to transfer contacts, photos, WhatsApp messages, and more. Get iPhone 17 Pro today from authorized Apple resellers nationwide or visit apple.com/ng/buy.
Stay tuned to 32 FM 94.9.
Thank you for staying with us. Papers Review on 32 FM 94.9. It's time for us to get your thoughts now. You can join the conversation on Facebook. That's 32 FM 949. Yeah, you can also drop your comment, like, and share the video there. You can also call 0705 5000 949 090 0809 7000 949. That's 0809 7000 949 0906 2000 949. That's 0906 2000 949 009 7000 949 0705 5000 949. Facebook 32 FM 949 Fenye. So Barrister, we spoke concerning the FAC revenue earlier, and there are also concerns that yes, we have, if the money comes into that federation account, it's going to reduce cases of non-remittance of funds. Please hold that. Let me take this. Hello,
good morning.
Good morning.
This is Benga Mari calling from Apata.
All right, go ahead.
Doctor, good morning, sir. I love what you said concerning the hike in price of PMS. In fact, if we have had a government that has the feelings of the people at heart, this is the only time we are going to know. I'm telling you, we are having issues concerning what is happening in the Middle East by buying fuel at an high price. I would have loved it if the 100 of bags of rice or whatever that Mr. President said the issue out. I would have loved it if it was to be transferred into sending out vehicles to various states at free rate, so that it will ease workers, it will ease even our students that are going to school. Our governors in the state, what are they doing at this point in time? They are having access to money on a monthly basis, but still the money is not reflecting on the masses. That means our governors, they are not doing the needful. And at the federal level, they are also not doing the needful. Look at what this guy is doing, the governor of a Plateau State. He was giving out a vehicle, a very huge amount. He was giving it to others, and we have insecurity that is lingering in places. This is the municipality of the highest order. Nigerians are not happy now. People are going to work now. They are clear at the they are threatening halfway because they know that the money in their hand cannot take them to their daily offices because of the high price of consumption. This is the municipality.
All right, thank you. Let me take this. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
For me, Adepusi calling from Apata.
Welcome.
You see, when there is increase in fuel pump price, we know that definitely the prices of goods and commodities will increase. And this is the same sector the federal government is using to punish Nigerians. Even before the Russia and the Ukraine war, before the Iran and US of it in Israel, we bought fuel 1,000 naira in this country. People should not forget, even over 1,000 naira, people should not forget. So when they now come up with their excuses that it was because of the Iran and Israel of it, we know that is a big lie. Do not forget that during the subsidy removal, I don't think government came up with something for Metutubol, when he roll out Metutubol to the people, and even extend the minimum wage to 6 months. That is why we urge the state government to also do the same this time around to cushion the effects of the hardship we Nigerians are facing, most especially in Oyo State.
Okay.
And you see, the more we have the money, the more the problems. Because what is the purchasing power? We keep saying that we've been generating money, we've giving this money. What of the purchasing power is very, very important. The inflation rate, the appreciation of our currency is very important, but government is failing regarding this. That's my submission. Good morning.
Good morning. All right, 0705 5000 949, 0809 7000 949, 0906 200949. Barrister, I was going to ask you whether or not it's a... Okay, let me take this and then we'll come. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Ade from UI.
Welcome, sir.
Well, the solution people are profiling is not the solution. The solution is the one that our analysts have said. If you have the president has good advisors, it's just that from day one they have been chasing 2027 election. The only solution is to restore back temporarily the subsidy. If you roll out 100 vehicles, it's not everywhere, and not everybody these vehicles can touch. It's not everywhere this vehicle goes. Are you going to bring buckets now to those who are traveling to farm to go and bring farm produce to come and sell in the market? No. A leader that has, they use Awolowo's name to lie to people. If they can adopt little of Awolowo's strategy, this is the time you temporarily, they have made enough money. Is the money they are using to disturb PDP to this level? There are some governors now that are sharing SUV wherever they go now. Is the money from our subsidy. They are okay with it. Let them take money to subside for 3 months and let Nigeria have peace. Even under them for once. Not giving cars anywhere. It's not everywhere car vehicle can go now.
All right.
Those are the best of today.
Thank you. Hello.
Good morning, dear Platon.
Good morning.
OLORUNTOBA YUSUF.
Morning,
it's
sir.
about 30 days as well as our public analyst, activist and human rights legal practitioner, 𝐒𝐈𝐒𝐿 is my name. If you believe in our local, as well as ethnicity and political party, you don't compare that with government. Since 2015, that government of APC as a political party made this government. They believe in holding poverty, imposing poverty on country citizens, so that as instruments to rule. So, as a matter of fact, I have no confusion, I have no distraction at all until this particular until we vote them out. If we refuse to do so, this is how it is. It's their fundamental, it's their policy, it's their agenda. They believe in imposing poverty on country citizens. 𝐒𝐈𝐒𝐿. I've been saying without many numbers.
Thank you.
Morning,
Thank you. Morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
That is Tony from your.
Welcome.
You see, the government know that palliative is not permanent. Yes, what we need at this time is permanent solutions to all these problems in the country. Because how many bags of rice and rice will solve the issue of food crisis and the banditry, all this kidnapping we are experiencing at the moment? See, as far as I'm concerned, the government must go back to the drawing board and perhaps review some of the economic policies that are making life unbearable for the masses. Sincerely, it's quite unfortunate that the only thing they think of is palliative. No. Sincerely, we truly have leadership problem in this country. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you. Okay, Barrister, I was going to ask about whether or not it is productive, because the more money we're having into the FAC account is being shared by the various subnationals, in this case the governor. In fact, someone has argued that one of the factors also pushing the governors into the ruling party is that they have more funds at their disposal and they want to be under that safety net of the ruling party. Would you say it's been a productive strategy to leave the funds accruing from subsidy removal and all of the windfall that we've been getting and be sharing to the governors? Do you think it's a productive strategy? And then shouldn't we be seeing more innovation from these governors as well, since they have access to more money now? Because I'm thinking if fuel is very expensive, you can introduce all forms of ways to ease transportation, especially for workers at a certain level. There are different initiatives you can also introduce to support farmers and all of that. So are we seeing enough? Has it been a productive strategy given the funds to these governors?
Toba, you cannot keep doing the same thing the same way and be expecting a different result. More money without controls will still get us where we're at. There is no way of controlling, monies that go to the respective tiers of government. As of today, as far as I am concerned, there is none. Imagine a governor getting his allocations and taking it to Sabo to go and buy dollars. So if our system cannot check that, then we are still in our mess. Secondly, what powers have been given to the people? We have asked government, remove criminal immunity from the Constitution. You know, we must empower our people too. We must be able to take the governor to court. We must be able to take the local government chairman to court.
Let's take this. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
All right, 0906 200949, 0009 7949, 0705 5949. And the reason I asked that question is because, I mean, the president himself has talked about how things are different now. Governors don't even borrow to pay salaries like they were, I think, in the first term of the late President Buhari, when the federal government had to give them bailout. But let me just take some comments on Facebook. Okay, yes, Barrister. Yes,
please
go ahead.
allow me to conclude.
Yes.
Let me take this other one. You see, for me, I think the governors are bereft of ideas. Now, look at an opening that has been created for them. The power to generate power for their states.
Yes.
Do you know how much investment that can bring into a state if you go into partnership with, you know, in this wise? We can go abroad too. There is nothing stopping your state government from, you know, working with a partner in Germany or anywhere else in the world to generate power. There is nothing wrong if today we now have, you know, multiple utility distribution companies, I mean electricity distribution companies. Do you know how many jobs we would create? So for me, I think the governors are bereft of ideas. For them, building roads, building
flyovers
and schools,
and paying salaries,
and they think they are not paying salaries.
Let's take
That's
this.
the end of it.
Let's take this. Hello.
Then I would,
Okay, please hold that thought. Good morning, sir.
John Laruwaji speaking from Agbo.
Right, go ahead.
To me, I don't agree with NSC asking for the relief from the federal government. I think what NS is supposed to be saying to the federal government is about the subsidy, because it's because of the subsidy removal that led to the high price in the price. So if you are talking about giving the relief to the people like how President did when he removed the subsidy, it's going to amount to the same thing. So the money given to the your state workers and all those things, even where is the Yomitutun bus now? I don't think that I even see Yomitutun on the road anymore. So let the federal government review their policies. Their policies is killing Nigerians. That's what we are telling Mr. President to do. Don't give money to the governors again. Don't just put money to them. Give them the allocation they deserve. But the money that belongs to the people, and you are giving it to the hands of the governors, it's like you are just destroying the Nigerians' life. That's the way I can interpret it. So review your policies and look at the subsidy. Look at what you can do. We want a permanent solution, not a temporary solution. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you. Good morning. Okay, Barrister, I wanted to make a point before the call.
Yes.
Yes.
I wanted to make a point on this visit by the president.
Yes.
To
the UK.
The UK. And I think discussion should center more on the substance of that visit. What is the president going on this visit for? There is no doubt about it's a welcome development. We have not been there since 1989 when Babangida went. But now he is going. What is he going there to do? Is he to consolidate our servitude to the imperialist government? Or is he going there to go and show to them that the contraption, the unlivable contraption they left for us, time has overtaken it? Is he going there to tell them that the 100-year contract we had for the amalgamation is over, and that it is time to allow these respective countries within a country to go away and live a good life rather than what we are witnessing now. Because what we need the most now is to tear down this evil contraption. So what is he going there to do? I think this should be the focus of discussion in the next couple of days or hours to his visit.
Right. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my brother. How are
Good morning. Very well, thank you.
you? God bless you.
Yes, sir.
I want to greet the analyst.
Please, we can hear your radio. Please, we can still hear your radio. Please move away from your radio,
Right,
sir.
thank you. I've moved away from it.
All right, sir.
My submission is on the visit of Mr. President to the UK. I don't know why he's trying to be afraid of the propaganda people and those that are trying to maybe say something negative about his visit. I think if he had done something that is good at all, if he has put Nigeria in proper proportion, I don't think there is any need for him to be afraid. You know, a clear conscience fears no accusation. But in a situation where you know that you have performed woefully at all, that will be the reason why, you know, you'll be afraid. And you see, it is a lesson for everybody that is coming to government to make sure that they do something credible that is going to bring their name on board whenever it is time for them to defend their governance. And let it be known to Nigerians that it is high time we begin to pray fervently and work assiduously to make sure that we don't allow any irresponsible government that will not make Nigeria better and our lives better to still remain in power. Good morning.
All right, thank you. Good morning. Okay, so as we wrap up, let me take some comment on Facebook this morning. Front page, Facebook. Sulaiman Sheriff says, good morning to everyone. Improving the electricity supply would significantly reduce the country's dependence on petrol and diesel. Government should also do more in providing electricity, because if you have electricity, you rely less on diesel. Akintoye Ogunshina says, about the generation of power, after generation, the power will still be fed to the national grid, and that makes it less attractive. This one is coming from Ejitavo George. He says, it is crystal clear, even to the blind, that Tinubu has banned Nigeria to Philistine. It is unconcerned about the sufferings Nigerians are facing more now that the price of energy have become prohibitive. He is ordering distribution of rice to people under his City Boys re-election agenda. The CNG buses he promised in 2023 after his infamous subsidy is gone pronouncement is protective of those that stole us dry from subsidy mismanagement and the destruction of our refineries. Nigeria should only use their vote. Will welcome February. Should use their votes well come February 2027. Okay. Toluwalashe Adetola says, right distribution during Ramadan and Lent may ease hardship briefly, but Nigerians deserve lasting solution to high food prices and economic struggles. Good governance should also focus on sustainable relief, not temporary gestures. Omade Adekunle says, the way banditry is being handled in Nigeria raises concerns. Instead of decisive action to end the menace, we keep hearing about ransom payment, amnesty, and even the recruitment of repentant bandits into the armed forces. The approach sends a wrong message and risks encouraging more criminality. A nation cannot build lasting security by rewarding those who terrorize innocent citizens. Adeomi Kazim Adeka says, morning, well done, God bless you, thank you. Tulokwe Adeyemi says, good morning. I hope both camps in PDP would embrace peace and reach a compromise on the internal crisis, because for their party to be taken seriously by the electorate, the party must find a way to solve its lingering issues as soon as possible. Going to an election as an opposition is one disadvantage, and not being coordinated is another major one. I hope they get it right on time. Rose Adiola says, Nigeria urgently needs a strong and united opposition. The factions within the PDP must set aside their differences and act swiftly to restore unity so they can effectively hold the government accountable for the hardship many Nigerians are facing. Oluwaseun Ruth says, good morning, 32 FM. Palliatives may bring temporary relief, but they are not the lasting solution Nigeria needs. In many cases, they don't reach the people or truly impacts people at the grassroots. What Nigerians need from the government are strong policies and real actions to reduce the cost of fuel, improve electricity supply, and address growing insecurity in the country. Dr. Umar Lebara from Owerri says, in the life of any nation, there comes crucial moment when leaders take decisive action aimed at salvaging their people from impending doom. Nigeria needs purging, cleansing, and overhauling. Nigeria would thrive where we begin to care about who governs us. We're governed and hold them accountable. It will thrive when we choose them by value and question their character and pedigree. Nigerians are getting disgusted and disappointed the way things are going. We can't continue this way. Tolokwademi says, good morning. News surrounding the arrest of suspected bandits in Akure Airport is a good one, but still telling us that insecurity is very much on course. So let the government grant them state police on time, because security is local and we should all see security as a collective responsibility by saying anything anytime we see something. Thank you there, listener, for being a part of the show. Thank you, Barrister, for your analysis this morning. Don't forget, Papers Review comes your way every weekday, 6:30 to 7:30, and on Saturdays, 6 to 7 a.m. Stay tuned to your laughter station. Smart Kids Show with Auntie Sunboy is up next. My name is OLORUNTOBA YUSUF. Enjoy the rest of your Monday morning. Bye for now.